I am moderating and speaking at an event. It's called The State of Plays. It's all about AI, SEO, digital marketing, agency, growth.
Hi, I'm looking forward actually just to hear what other people's propositions are, how the market's moved. I think that there's a lot of changes going on, and I've seen what's going on in the US, I've seen what's going on up north, but I want to find out in London what everyone in the SEO space is thinking.
There's 6 really smart people on this panel, and they all come from kind of different backgrounds.
There's so much that's changed, and I feel like everyone has a different proposition or a different thing they're selling. So let's find out what London's talking about.
I live down in the Algarve in Portugal, and I have just arrived in London. So I flew into Stansted, currently on the train, heading to Shoreditch, where the hotel is. And yeah, the reason I'm over here is I am moderating and speaking at an event on Thursday. So it's called The State of Plays. It's all about AI, SEO, digital marketing, agency, growth. And there's some really smart people there. I've got a good few of my friends that I'm meeting up with. And I've got Darius, who's my head of recruitment, that has just flown over from Ireland today. So he's going to be at the event as well. So yeah, this is just going to be maybe a bit more of a fun style video. I'm going to try and take all the lessons and all the bits of gold that I learned from everybody at the event and throughout this week, and try and put it on this video just to, just make it a bit more fun. I feel like on my YouTube, it's just all either podcasts or educational videos. So this is going to be a bit more fun style. So basically, Kai, how did we meet? We met
For a mutual friend referred you to us to have your website built like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, so Kai built our website about a year and a half ago. We got really friendly over that. We went to Dubai for like 10 days. He's been out to me in Portugal for a bit, and now Kai's coming to Brighton SEO San Diego with us next month, which is going to be so much fun. But we're basically in Kai's workspace, which is the best workspace I've ever been in my life. It's called Soper's House, and it's got 2-story gym, it's got a spa, it's got a swimming pool with a treadmill, it's got restaurants, it's got podcast studios. Yeah, just got a haircut, if you guys could notice on that. But what's quite cool as well is, so Kai's basically got a digital marketing company called Montage. So every week there's like a lot of, actually there's quite a few people that we know here through SEO for Hire. In fact, the people that are hosting the event tomorrow night that I'm speaking at in London, State of Play, both of them work here as well. Kai hosts a marketing meeting every Wednesday.
Every other Wednesday.
And he basically said it's like a therapy thing. So everybody goes in, it's like, this is my problem, how do we all solve it? But I'll try and film a bit of that and see if there's any value we can get from that. So this is the gym that's in Kai's co-working space. There's Kai, going to do some weighted pull-ups. There's big man Darius. Don't know if I've introduced you on the video yet. Darius, our head of recruitment, probably not happy to be on a tank top on YouTube, but how good is this gym? She's got like a whole 2-story gym upstairs as well. And again, this is in the co-working space, so like you literally just don't have to leave here. So now we've got Mr. Ray. Ray, who are you? What do you do?
I'm Ray, I'm Global Head of Marketing at Rise at 7. I do everything social, marketing and search.
And what are you doing in London?
What am I doing today? Just getting a coffee in a nice hotel.
Yeah. Lovely. And Mr. Joe Akeek.
How we doing?
What do you do?
What do I do? The best wealth manager in London, mate.
Yeah, that's
easy.
That's what they
Light
do.
work, yeah.
That's what they do. But yeah, Joe is the guy for wealth management, anything to do with, he's the money guy.
Wait, can I redo mine? Best marketer in London.
Okay, that's it. Yes. And what are we doing tonight?
We're going to a nice rooftop bar.
I don't think we are. I think we're going to an SEO event. I don't think we're going to a bar.
Yeah, the SEO event's cancelled. We're going straight to the bar.
What are you looking forward most to this event?
Tonight, I'm looking forward actually just to hear what other people's propositions are, how the market's moved. I think that there's a lot of changes going on, and I've seen what's going on in the US, I've seen what's going on up north, but I want to find out in London what everyone in the SEO space is thinking, because there's so much that's changed, and I feel like everyone has a different proposition or a different thing they're selling. So let's find out what London's talking about.
Yeah, so I'm back in Portugal in the Algarve now. I had an absolute blast in London. It was so nice meeting up with everybody, but as well, the event that Jessica and Soraya put on State of Play on the Thursday, it was absolutely insane. First of all, the venue was awesome. So I think it was in Aviva's office, basically like a cinema style kind of room, like auditorium. And yeah, so there's 6 panelists. Honestly, the questions and answers that
were going on this was absolutely insane. And it was really fun for me to moderate as well, because I feel like I'm quite a natural, curious person. But I was like, because obviously didn't want to just ask all the questions and then move on. So I was asking like a few follow-up questions. But there's so many times I just wanted to like go deeper and deeper and like just kind of find out even like more of what they were talking about. But then I was like conscious of like the time and I didn't want to, yeah. But it was absolutely insane. So I thought I'd come back and basically share a few of the main things that I learned. And one of the things I thought that was absolutely incredible was, I feel like if you're on LinkedIn or if you're on Twitter at the minute, everybody seems to have their answers of like how to rank on AI overviews, how to start ranking in LLMs. There's all these kind of like guru people that are just like, yeah, trying to give it all. And it was so interesting to find out that like some of the most smartest people in SEO and digital marketing and business owners that were in that room still had absolutely no idea what they were doing. And they were happy to admit that as well. They were all basically saying, look, we're trying to experiment and test as much as we possibly can, but nobody has like the actual blueprint of it right now. Which again, I thought was really, really interesting just to see that from their perspective. And obviously, it went in a lot more deeper. We had every people talking about Reddit, people were talking about YouTube, and it was really, really interesting. So I got a lot from that. What I also thought was quite interesting was one of the questions that we got asked was, "Is AI going to replace your job?" And I feel like I own SEO for Hire, an SEO recruitment company that specializes in SEO. I own Paid Media Jobs, which is also a recruitment company that specializes in paid media. And then I also have Salary Guide, which is a salary transparency tool. And I feel like I've got like a bird's eye view of kind of what's going on. And, we work with massive agencies in the US to, in brand names or in-house names like seminars like Blinko, Transact, and all these digital marketing agencies. And like what we're seeing is people are just seem to be very, very scared that AI is going to take their job. But again, what we're seeing through our clients is if you are extremely experimental and you're actually using AI properly, then you're in more demand. You're going to get paid more, and that's what our clients want. So everybody's fearful that it's going to take their job, but we're literally seeing the opposite. And I hope I can sit here in a year and 2 years time and say the exact same. But people are being really fearful, whereas what we're seeing is like our clients want to see those candidates who will use AI to replace those bottom of the barrel repetitive tasks that could take up maybe 30-40% of their week. They're replacing that with AI so that they can like focus on the high levers, the strategic big movers that they need to use. And it's just, yeah, I just feel like that's going on a lot right now. And yeah, as I said, our clients come to us and they want to find people that are genuinely, I hate to use it because it sounds like a ChatGPT answer, but they're AI native strategists, people that are building tools, people that are building competitor analysis tools, or, things that again, just like buy back their time so they can focus on high lever tasks. Um, and yeah, I just think it's interesting that everybody seems to be scared when like we're saying the absolute opposite. So if you can really hone down and like figure out how you can get better at your time, become more efficient, I suppose at the same things, so that you can make the company or whatever it is more money. Which brings me on to my next point. And one of the questions that we asked is, how does an SEO team prove their worth and their value so they can get more budget? And one way that, because I was moderating the event, so one way I asked that question, and then I said that, this is one of the betting questions that we have for some of our SEOs, is what we say is, okay, let's pretend the CFO is going to strip your budget tomorrow. What argument have you got? What are you going to say? Um, and it was so interesting because there's 6 really smart people on this panel, and they all come from kind of different backgrounds. Some are working at big in-house brands like Aviva, Getty Images, Eventbrite, and then there was Mark, who's like a fractional CMO, and yeah, it was, and then there's Kate Ross, who she was one of my favorite speakers there. She was hyping me up on every single answer she gave. It was like, instead of being pessimistic and about the future of SEO and everything like that, she was just going on about how everybody should get excited, and like this digital evolution that we're going through is like, we're never going to see something like this again. So like, we've never been in a better place to like take advantage of what we've got, learn as much as we can, test as much as we can, basically shoot from the stars. She was getting me hyped up. But yeah, what I thought was like really, really interesting about that buying back budget, like everybody's answer was just money. Like it was, everybody was just talking about money, money, money. That's all that matters. If you can't tie your daily, weekly, or monthly KPIs, whatever you're doing, to the outcomes of the business, and that outcome is moving that bottom line, then you need to revisit what you're doing on a daily basis. And it's something that we feel very strongly at SEO for Hire as well, because like we chat with like thousands of SEOs, and there's so many people that just don't understand. They don't understand P&L sheets. They don't understand revenue impact. They don't understand how they do tie into that bottom line. And I feel like my team know exactly how we make money, how we can make less money, maybe not to a certain extent, but they understand that the task that they do on a monthly basis brings us closer to that revenue target that we have on January, at the end of the year or start of the year, whatever way you want to look at it. But I do think that like junior SEOs and junior in any company should understand how to look at a P&L sheet and be like, okay, cool, that's how I directly impact that. Which again brings me on to my next point, was the amount of people in the audience that I was chatting to, that we were talking about salary negotiations too. So that's something that we're going to launch soon on Salary Guides. There's going to be a salary negotiation package on that, where you pay 2.5K. And if I can't get you, or sorry, my team, if we can't get you a 10K salary increase in 90 days, then you get your money back. And we're that confident about it. We do it all the time. So you're going to see testimonials on the site. So of like, there's one of, he's actually a friend of mine now. I wonder if it's because of what I did for him, but I got him a 50K increase on the new job. And then when he came to his 1 year promotion, it actually went to basically a 95% increase. We basically doubled his salary in a year. That testimony will be on our website. In fact, I'll get it up here. But yeah, it was really interesting. So just going back there, so the understanding how your outcomes tie in directly with the revenue impact and the bottom line of the business, that is how you get a salary increase. Like if you're stagnating or you're not making any money for the company, of course there's a probation period at the start, then you're not going to get a salary increase. And it's one thing that I'll be doing loads of videos about it, because it's something I'm actually very passionate about as well. But yeah, in both my recruitment companies, we've got it in our contract that we do the negotiation. So when a client signs with us, we make sure that we do the negotiation when that final offer is there. The reason that we do that is the amount of times that we've had people who have killed it the whole way through their interviews. They've been unbelievable. And then they get to the final offer and they've gone and watched some YouTube video on how to get a salary increase, and they've come in really big bollocks. And yeah, it just hasn't ended well for them at all. So the client will come back to us and be like, that isn't the characteristics or personality that fits into our company. We were really surprised because this isn't what that person reflected in all the rest of them. So then we'll go back to the candidate and they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Can we just go back to like the salary I was offered? But if they pulled it, and that's happened several times with us. So that's why we've got it in our contract that we do all of the negotiations. We're genuinely experts at it. And as well, we can, because we see so many of these and we do them all the time. It's really interesting how like, yeah, it kind of comes second nature to us. And that was one thing that was going in my head was, so we're doing a load of video resources for salary negotiations. And I think I don't normally get in my head, but I was getting in my head being like, well, I want this to be like the best salary negotiation resource that anybody can ever see. And everything that I was writing down, I was like thinking to myself, I was like this looks like kind of like common sense, like surface level stuff. I showed it to the team and they were like, no, it's good, it's good. I was like, right, I'm gonna have to ask like external people that like, because we do negotiation stuff all the time. And again, I got to test that out by talking to people in at that event on Thursday, and they were blown away. They were like, Josh, they're like, oh, can you like write this down for me? Can I take a voice note of what you're saying? I said on all three different people I was talking to, I actually said to them, I was like, just email me when you get the job offer or the salary negotiation. And as long as you give me a video testimonial or just a normal testimonial, I'm more than happy to jump on a call and make sure you get that salary negotiation increase. Because yeah, testimonials are invaluable once that company's only 2 months old at the minute. So, and again, that service hasn't launched. So, I'm going back and backtracking the people that I know that I've got insane salary increases for and getting testimonials from them. Obviously, fresh ones are good as well. Other than that, what else did I learn at the event? I learned that SEO is not dead; it's alive and thriving. Just with the right people. I learned actually I got a lot of value from my friend Kai. He owns Montage Digital. He's just hired an operations manager, and he's a very operations heavy person. So it's good fun being able to give like advice on the paid tasks and stuff. And I watched him send the offer letter to her, and that was really fun. What else did I learn? Ray Sadiq, he's the global head of marketing at Rise of Seven. That man just wants to vlog everything. He just doesn't matter what we're doing. If we're eating, that DJI or Osmo, whatever that vlog camera is sitting in there. I've told him he cannot put a lot of the conversations that we were chatting about online. I really enjoyed moderating the event. It's something I could really see myself doing a lot more of. As I said, I feel like I'm naturally quite a curious guy. I got a lot of value from it. And that's why I've literally got podcasts and YouTube and stuff, is to sit down with really intelligent people and try and find out how, myself and hopefully my viewers don't make the mistakes that they made, and we can try and learn from them. So yeah, I'd really like to do a lot more of them. And I enjoyed being back in London. I'm not normally a big fan of London, but we had 3 nice days and 1 really bad day with the weather. So really enjoyed it. It was really good energy. It was nice meeting up with everybody. So I'm now in Portugal for 19 days, and then I head to San Diego. So we're going to Brighton SEO. Darius is coming with us. Kai and Ray are coming out as well. So we're going to be in Brighton SEO San Diego, which will be our 3rd time in a row now out to the San Diego side. We've got quite a few of our clients to come to that. So I'm absolutely, first of all, I love America, but I am so excited to get stateside and start, meet our clients face to face again. It's always good fun meeting up with them. There's quite a few new clients of ours that I haven't met face to face. So it'd be nice to just, cement those relationships. There's quite a few things that are going to go on over there. And then I'll be in Austin for the month of October. So if anybody's out there, please give me a shout. I'm going to meet up with my good friends out there, which will be really, really good fun. But yeah, so other than that, I'm going to try and get the video content and the transcript and stuff from that event on Thursday, State of Play, because it was absolutely insane. And I have to say, hats off to Jessica and Soraya. They really, really smashed it with that. And they're actually hosting another one in Oman in September, which Kai is going out and speaking at, which would be, I wish I was going to, but I'm over in the US. But yeah, hopefully you guys got some kind of value from that. See you in the next one.